Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm reviewing the new pen model from Platypus pens, and that is the Model 20. This is an astonishing pen. It is a beautiful pen and has a lot of really interesting features. So I'm going to talk about those parts and features, do a writing sample, pros and cons, all that kind of stuff. So Platypus Pens is run by Michael Liu here in Melbourne, and he designs and 3D prints all his fountain pens. So apart from the clip here and the nib, everything of this pen, basically everything, is 3D printed. There's a bunch of different 3D printer plastics used. The exterior here is a version of PLA plastic called Mystic Brown. And then he uses a Schmidt steel nib, or in this particular one, a Schmidt steel nib, and then in this model, his own filling system. Really exciting. So, top of the pen, you get this beautiful swirl in the pattern, which I love that touch. Then we get a little bronze colored ring there, and the clip is cut in just above that. It is super functional and super, strong. The cap swirls out. We get this cap here with a ring, and then back to the Mystic Brown, and then another, I'll call that bronze. And then it'll step down onto the barrel. The barrel continues along, tapers, another ring, and then we get what is effectively the filling system knob. I'll go into that in a little bit more detail in just a bit. Now, this particular brick pattern of the 3D print is just one of the patterns Michael can do. I'll show this alongside another one of the patterns of this pen over in an image here. There are a range of patterns, and he's so clever. He's coded all of this himself, designed it all, and it goes through a huge amount of, sort of trial and error to make these pens the best that they can be. I've reviewed the Model 1, the Model 10, the Quokka Model 1 and 10, and then I showed a prototype of this pen as well. Now, it is a screw cap, and the cap comes off in one turn, revealing nice smooth threads, an ink window, and then a lovely tapered section which has some grooves on it for extra sort of stability in your fingers, another ring, and then that number 6 Schmidt nib, and then an ebonite bead that has been shaped by Michael there at Platypus Pens. So all of this is all done himself. He's a super, super clever guy. Now let's talk about this filling system. Firstly, it is a self-made system that has undergone over 50,000 repetitions for a stress test, which is kind of amazing. All the threads have as well. The way it works is that you have a little knob on the end here, which you unscrew, and then you'll see there's some threads there. You feel that it get to a point where it kind of stops, and I won't activate it beyond that because that'll push the ink out. But you twist that down, and it pushes down a rod to depress a sac on the inside, which I can show you here. So you can take this off, and it reveals that is the sac, which once again is another part of the pen that Michael has designed, 3D printed, and then attached very securely. And so that gets depressed, and this style of printing sort of compresses down and then sucks up and fills your pen with ink. So there's almost 2 milliliters of ink if you fill it up completely, but even a couple of depressions of that will get you a good amount of ink in the pen. And that body just goes back over the top and screws down, leaving you the ink window. So that is the basics of this beautiful, beautifully crafted 3D printed pen. Now, it's not just a one-piece print. This pen comes apart into a multitude of pieces, and almost every one is made with a different kind of printable plastic. And the plastics are all designed to be the optimal plastic for that particular part. So softer plastics for the threads, harder, more robust plastics for the exterior, the more flexible plastic for the sac. It's kind of amazing. He does an amazing, amazing job. And yeah, all printed and coded himself in his studio in Melbourne. So understanding all of that, the amount of time and effort that all the gluing of each element, all the printing, creation, all that, this pen retails for 250 Australian dollars. You can choose the colors, the nib sizes, the pattern you want. I think that's kind of an amazing deal. $250 for basically what is a semi-custom pen of this quality, of this size. It's a good size, with a unique filling system, all designed in and built in-house. remarkable. Okay, size comparison now with the Lamy Safari. You see it is longer there than the Lamy Safari by a good number of millimeters. Uncapped, it's a comparable length to the Safari, but it is definitely a girthier pen. And while the Platypus Model 20 does post, it's not advised, but when you do post it, it becomes much longer there than the Lamy Safari. Dimensions here for the Platypus Pens Model 20, it is 145 millimeters when it is capped. It is 137 when it is uncapped, and it's 188 when it's posted, but as we said, it's not designed to be posted. It's certainly big enough in the hand without that. The grip section is about 10 millimeters, and around the cap is about 16 millimeters, so it's a very nice size. The pen weighs 30 grams, 19 in the body and 11 in the cap. So 19 grams, good size in the hand, very, very comfortable to write unposted. Okay, let's do a writing sample here on Clairefontaine 90 GSM paper. We have the Platypus pens. Model 20 with the number 6 Schmidt broad nib, juicy and lovely. The ink in this today is Van Diemen's ink. It's from the Tassie Seasons set. It is Hailstorm. Now, I bought a bottle of this ink after Michael filled this pen for me. This beautiful grey coloured green, it's very different to what I got, unfortunately. Mine was more sort of green-grey as opposed to grey-green, if that makes sense. But this ink is absolutely lovely. Let's do a quick writing sample. It is a gorgeous writer. It is smooth and oh so wet, like so wet, absolutely lovely. That ebonite feed and everything, it's been tuned to be wet. That's how we like them. And this is gorgeous. Quick writing. No worries at all there. That was, I'm not sure if that's hard starts, if that's me. But no worries, I've never had an issue with this pen. I write with it constantly. It's consistent and lovely. Reverse writing. It's doable, but a little scratchy. And then soft, look, you know, you can actually get a little bit of flexibility out of these Schmidt nibs, but I wouldn't push it too hard. But for everyday writing, with this beautiful, gorgeous wet nib from Schmidt here on this pen, the Platypus Pens Model 20 is an absolutely fabulous writer. Okay, let's talk about pros and cons for this pen. To be honest, I really struggle to find any cons. There are things individual people are not going to like. Some people won't like the texture, some people won't like the size, some people will want different patterns, different colors, all of that kind of thing. But it is customizable, and there are a range of different pen options from Platypus pens. So check out, what Michael there does and see if there's something for you. Pros. I'm going to start by re-saying that the price is a pro. Around the 250 Australian dollar mark is a really great price for this pen. You're getting something that has been coded and printed by and put together by hand by one guy for you. Your colors, your pattern, all of that kind of stuff. It's got a unique filling system that Michael has spent, over a year designing, engineering, prototyping, changing, fixing, revising, and it's phenomenal. As I said, 50,000 repetition stress test on the filling system and the mechanism. Amazing. That's, when you think that maybe to get a fill you want to, pump it 5 times and you clean it that way as well. Let's say across a fill and a clean is 20 pumps of that system. I would be surprised if anyone's lifespan of this pen sees that system, sort of fall apart. It's wonderful. And if you have any issues with the pen, you can always talk to Michael. He's super approachable and lovely and just wants you to really enjoy his stuff. Talking about that filling system, I really like it. I think it's got a great capacity. It's fun. It's unique. It's much more unique than a cartridge converter. While that has its place, this is a unique system. I really like the ink window. I'm a big fan of ink windows on pens. I think any pen that doesn't have a see-through element, you know, should have a ink window. I think that it's a great asset to this pen. I love that nib. Schmidt nibs are fantastic. I've been using them so much recently and absolutely love them. I can't complain at all. It's a big, juicy, wet, broad nib with an ebonite feed. It's great. I really like this finish. This color, mystery brown, has a lot of purple in it. It's really unique, different light. It looks different. And this brick pattern just really, really catches the light in a beautiful way. I really like this. It's the first model that Michael has made with a clip. In other models, he's had a ballast built in so that it won't roll away. Here you've got a clip. It's a bigger pen. A ballast would have made it even bigger. So it's a really great option. And I love, love, love the size. It's incredibly comfortable. The weight of the pen is beautiful in the hand. The size of it, the length and the girth feels really nice. The little grooves on the grip section, absolutely lovely. So much thought has been given to every element of this pen. As I said, even down to using many different plastics in creating the pen so that he's using the ideal printable plastic for each element. Amazing. I hope you found this video about the Platypus Pens Model 20 to be interesting and useful. I love this pen and I cannot be more enthusiastic about what Michael does there at Platypus Pens. So a big thank you to Michael for providing this for this review. Head over to his website. I'll link it down below. This is a big step forward in so many ways. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, hit the notifications button, all that kind of stuff. It all helps the algorithm and helps me to continue to grow this channel so that I can keep making even better videos for you. If you've got a way you'd like to support the channel, I would really love to hear from you. In the meantime, enjoy your pens, enjoy writing, and I'll talk to you soon.